I strongly believe that sometimes people need to fight it out. Because talking doesn't do it. Sometimes you can talk. Like if it's certain situations, you could talk to a person. You express how you feel. They express how they feel. Y'all come to a mutual agreement that y'all either don't agree or, you might start seeing it from another person's point of view. When it gets to the level, or when you deal with people that, like, sometimes how I used to be, I don't even want to hear that. I don't give a fuck how you felt. I don't care what you thought. What's up? What we doing?
I am a trained killer. Literally, like, fuck boxer. I'm a trained killer. So it'd be like, they be talking about these girls, and it's like, I don't do no 30-second fights. 30 seconds? I'm gonna wear your ass out. Listen, you give me 3 minutes with any of them girls, it's gonna be bad. 2 minutes is gonna.
The moment that ring rumor dropped, everything changed. Not slowly, not quietly, instantly. Because according to multiple insiders, the second whispers started circulating that Papoose might have proposed, the entire situation between him, Claressa Shields, and Remy Ma went from messy to downright explosive. We're talking about alleged leaked messages, late-night voice notes, and a reaction so bold, so disrespectful, that fans are calling it a full-on public humiliation. Because if the internet is right, and right now it's moving fast, Claressa didn't just celebrate the moment, she mocked it.
But the deed is done now. They both came public with their lovers. I'm not mad at it. And for Claressa to bring Papoose out when she was walking out for her fight, have him rap, have him perform. Like, she put on for him, he put on for her. I like that. And you could literally tell, like, when they're together, you can tell that she genuinely likes this man and that he genuinely.
Loudly. One leaked clip making the rounds right now features a voice believed to be Claressa laughing and saying, "She really thought it was forever?" And just like that, the timeline erupted. Comments flooded in. Fans picked sides. And suddenly, Remy wasn't just part of the story, she became the target. But here's where it gets even crazier. Sources claim this proposal wasn't some spur-of-the-moment decision. No. It was planned. Calculated. And possibly happening while things between Papoose and Remy were still unfinished. Let that sink in. Because if that's true, then everything we thought we knew about this situation? It's built on a lie. And Remy's reaction? Explosive doesn't even begin to cover it. Deleted posts. Cryptic messages. Words like betrayal, disrespect, and "you will regret this" popping up and vanishing within minutes. It's like we're watching a meltdown happen in real time, and nobody can look away.
Amazing fight, man. Claressa did imagine it, y'all.
Yes, he did.
More importantly, what'd you think about that knockdown?
I loved it, man. She milked it like strawberry ice cream, man.
Meanwhile, Claressa? Completely unbothered. Posting. Smiling. Dropping subtle shots that fans are dissecting frame by frame. One caption in particular has people losing their minds, "Upgrade season." No names, but the timing says everything. And now insiders are hinting that there's more coming, recordings, receipts, proof that could flip this entire situation upside down. Because if what's about to drop is real, this isn't just drama anymore.
I love really hard. But I'm happy to, love somebody who wanna, love somebody back. You know what I'm saying? He is just such a sweetheart. Ain't nobody tell him to tie my goddamn boot either, but he said it wasn't laced right, so he laced it right. It was so funny. But he's definitely a sweetheart, and he deserves.
This is war. The timeline didn't just spiral, it shattered into pieces nobody could put back together. Because the moment those proposal whispers turned into something louder, something undeniable, insiders say the energy behind the scenes flipped from tension to total warfare. And what makes this even messier? The fact that none of this was supposed to reach the public. Not the messages. Not the recordings. Not the quiet moves that were allegedly happening long before anyone pressed post. Sources are now claiming that Papoose had been planning something major for weeks, not days, weeks, while still maintaining a public image that everything with Remy Ma was complicated but fixable. That word, fixable, is now being dragged across social media like a joke, because if these leaks are even halfway true, there was nothing left to fix. It was already over. Quietly. Strategically. And maybe even deceptively. Then came the first real crack in the story. An alleged private DM thread that hit the internet like a lightning strike. The messages weren't long, but they didn't need to be. One line stood out so sharply it practically cut through the screen: "You begged me to keep this quiet." No context. No names attached. But fans immediately connected it to Remy, especially when another message followed just minutes later from the same leak. "Now you want to play happy in public?" That's when things started to feel less like gossip, and more like exposure. Because almost instantly, another set of screenshots surfaced, this time allegedly tied to Claressa Shields. And the tone? Completely different. Confident. Almost celebratory. One message read, "I don't hide what's mine." Another said, "If she's mad, she should have treated him better." Brutal. Direct. And exactly the kind of energy that turned this situation from emotional to explosive. But it didn't.
I know that Remy was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever Frank. He done came out and done said it that they were in a relationship 2 years.
Wow.
So don't look at me and say, "Oh, you just came and messed up this happy home," and stuff like that. Because that's not what happened.
Stop there. A now viral clip began circulating, a short, blurry video that insiders claim was taken at a private event. In it, a man who strongly resembles Papoose is seen leaning in close to a woman believed to be Claressa, whispering something that ends with both of them laughing. The audio is distorted, but one phrase has been isolated by fans over and over again: "She's gonna lose it." Whether that line is real or misheard doesn't even matter anymore, because the internet already decided what it means. And just like that, the narrative shifted. Remy wasn't just the ex anymore. She was the one being played. That's when her response hit, and it hit hard. Within minutes, her social media lit up with a string of posts that felt less like statements and more like emotional detonations. Loyalty isn't a costume you put on for the cameras. Some people build with you just to leave you empty. And then the one that really set everything on fire: "Don't ever mistake my silence for weakness." Fans froze. Screenshots spread like wildfire. And before anyone could even process those posts, they were gone. Deleted. Wiped. As if they were never meant to stay up long enough to be analyzed, just long enough to be seen. But the damage? Already done. Because behind those posts, insiders claim something even more intense was happening. Allegedly.
Man got sick of her. Like, ma'am, I sat here all this time and waited on you as a man. Because you know that's what women do. That's what women would wait on you. But a man, after you got sentenced, matter of fact, before you even got sentenced, men move on. And they be having about 5, 6, 7, 10 women lined up quick. But this man waited on you while you was locked up. They wouldn't let you out. And I'm talking about he got him a little thunder. Sis is young, pretty. She got her own thing going on, so it ain't like it's one of these little fans or nothing, baby. You up against something. Yeah. And you hurt. Now, you probably was the one in the relationship that was the abusive one. You probably was mental abuse. That man probably was real chill mode. You probably did him real dirty behind closed doors. And he stuck in the paint and stayed with you while you did him dirty. But now it's over with.
Remy had been trying to keep things from going public for months. Quiet conversations. Private attempts to separate without chaos. But according to one anonymous source, everything changed the moment she heard about the proposal. She felt blindsided, the insider claimed. Not because he moved on, but because of how he did it. And that's where the story takes another turn. Because according to leaked audio that has not been officially confirmed but is spreading fast, a voice believed to be Remy can be heard saying, "You couldn't wait? You couldn't respect me enough to finish what we had first?" The voice cracks midway through the sentence, shifting from anger to something that sounds dangerously close to heartbreak. But if that was supposed to gain sympathy, it didn't last long. Because almost immediately after that audio surfaced, another clip dropped, this time allegedly from Claressa's side. And the energy? Ice cold. I don't owe anybody a timeline. That was it. One sentence. Calm. Controlled. But devastating in its simplicity. And just like that, the internet split into chaos again. Some called it confidence. Others called it disrespect. But everyone agreed on one thing, this wasn't dying down anytime soon. Then came the moment that truly changed everything. A group chat leak. Names blurred. Numbers hidden. But the context? Crystal clear. Multiple messages referencing the ring, the announcement, and one chilling line that has fans losing their minds. Once this drops, she won't be able to stop it. Stop what? That's the question nobody can answer, yet. Because the final message in that thread wasn't from Papoose. It wasn't from Claressa. It wasn't even from Remy. It was from someone else entirely. And it simply said, she has proof. And just when it felt like the chaos had reached its peak, the entire situation flipped again, harder, louder, and far more dangerous than anyone expected. Because the moment those words "she has proof" started trending, insiders claim phones began ringing, messages started disappearing, and people who had been talking suddenly went silent. Not quiet like they lost interest, quiet like they knew something serious was about to drop. Then it happened. A new leak surfaced, not screenshots this time, not blurry footage, but a full transcript of what insiders are calling a private sit-down conversation. No video attached, just raw dialogue. And if it's real, it changes everything. Because in that transcript, a voice believed to be Remy Ma doesn't sound angry, she sounds calculated. Focused. Almost like she'd been waiting for this exact moment. I let y'all play happy, the transcript reads. Now let me tell the truth. That single line sent shockwaves through every platform. Fans who had been mocking her suddenly paused. Because this didn't sound like someone spiraling, it sounded like someone preparing to strike. And then the next line hit. You think a ring makes it real? Ask him where he was last year. No explanation. No details. Just a question that immediately sent people digging. Old photos. Old timelines. Old rumors that had been dismissed suddenly resurfaced with new intensity. And right in the middle of it all, Papoose found himself under a level of scrutiny he hadn't faced in years. But before he could respond, before anyone could, another leak dropped. This one? Audio. Clear. Undeniable. A male voice, widely believed to be Papoose, speaking in a tone that fans describe as nervous, almost defensive. The clip is short, but every second feels loaded. I told you I was gonna handle it, just give me time. Time for what? That's the question that immediately exploded across social media. Because if this audio is connected to the timeline Remy is hinting at, then the story being told publicly might not be the full truth. And if that's the case, then somebody isn't just moving on. Somebody might have been playing both sides. But Claressa? She doesn't back down. Instead, Claressa Shields goes even harder. A post appears on her page, bold, direct, impossible to misinterpret. I'm not the past. I'm the upgrade. Within seconds, it's everywhere. Screenshots. Reposts. Reaction videos. And just like that, the tension snaps again. Because this isn't just confidence anymore. This feels like provocation. And Remy? She takes the bait. Another alleged message leaks, this one darker, heavier, carrying a tone that has fans genuinely concerned. Keep laughing, it reads. I haven't even started yet. No emojis. No sarcasm. Just a warning. And that's when the situation crosses a line. Because insiders now claim that what's coming next isn't just more social media drama, it's exposure. Real exposure. Conversations, receipts, moments that were never meant to leave private spaces. One source even claims there are videos that could end careers if they see the light of day. Meanwhile, Papoose finally tries to regain control. He posts again, another cryptic message, but this time it feels different. More urgent. Don't let people who hurt you rewrite your story. Fans immediately latch onto it, trying to decode who he's talking about. Is it Remy? Is it the leaks? Or is it something else entirely? But before anyone can settle on an answer, the biggest twist of all drops. A video call recording. Grainy, shaky, clearly not meant for the public, but the voices? Recognizable. In the clip, a heated argument unfolds. Accusations fly. Words overlap. And right in the middle of it, a voice believed to be Remy says something that freezes everything. You think she won? She doesn't even know the half of it. The call cuts off immediately after that. No follow-up. No context. Just silence. And that silence? It's louder than anything that came before. Because now, it's not just about who said what, or who moved on first. It's about what hasn't been revealed yet. The secret's still sitting in the dark. The receipts nobody's ready to fully drop. Fans are refreshing pages nonstop. Waiting. Watching. Trying to be the first to catch whatever comes next. Because everyone can feel it, this isn't over. Not even close. And if the hints, the leaks, and the warnings are pointing where it feels like they are, then whatever comes next won't just shake this story. It might completely destroy it. If you made it this far, you already know, this isn't just drama, this is a full-blown situation that's still unfolding in real time, and every hour brings a new twist that changes everything. So now I need to hear from you, no holding back. Who do you believe? Is Claressa Shields really unbothered and just speaking her truth, or is Remy Ma about to flip this entire story upside down with whatever proof she's hinting at? And where does that leave Papoose in all of this? Drop your opinion in the comments right now because this is one of those moments where the streets are watching, and every voice matters. Don't just scroll past, be part of the conversation before the next leak hits and shifts the narrative again. And listen, if you're not subscribed yet, you're already missing out. Because when the next receipt drops, and trust me, it will, you do not want to be the last one finding out. Hit that like button to push this story even further, subscribe so you stay locked in, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update. Because this right here? It's not over. Not even close. And the next move could change everything overnight.